Ladies and gentlemen, filmmakers and moviegoers alike, how you doing? Good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Creative Casual. I'm Srekcuf5. This is Dorkydev. We're here to watch movies, or review movies, not watch them.
I was gonna say, I think you're going back a step.
Yeah, we don't watch movies here. We just review them. Uh, what's up, Dev? How you doing today?
I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna lie.
I understand. I was kind of like passing out here after I got home from the movie. I sat down and started to nod off. So, long day.
Right? I'm just Instagramming the thumbnail.
The picture.
The picture.
What'd you think of this one? Does it sell the whole video game? Different
Slash reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does a good job.
All right, awesome. Got what I was going for. Okay, so I'm gonna get us in here then. We're gonna start talking about this week's movies, which this week I have dubbed it Leet Skills. Spelled totally perfectly. Too early for
Jesus.
Too early for this kind of joke, Dev?
Yes.
Well, damn. Too late to call back now. But yeah, we're talking about the movie Gamer, and then we're going to talk about Free Guy, and then we're going to go on with, our life with news and wrap up and whatnot. So, any last words before we start talking about Gamer?
Oh God, do we have to talk about Gamer?
We'll make it quick. It's fine.
I'd still, man.
But it's Gerard Butler. And
That doesn't mean it's good.
and Michael C. Hall. And Luda's in this movie.
Yeah, and he's very underutilized.
Yeah, I mean, so is Terry Crews. If you ask me, like, there's a lot of good actors in this movie that I think are kind of pushed to the sideline. Not saying that Ludacris is a good actor, but even like John Delancey, who plays Q in TNG, like one of the most popular characters, he's barely in this movie.
Yeah.
So
Man, this movie.
this movie is it's a thing. If I had to give it, a couple of like adjectives and nouns to describe it, it'd be unwatchable.
Would it also be released September 4th, 2009?
I mean,
with
that does describe
budget-
this, yeah.
With a budget of $50 million, where opening weekend, it made $9 million.
41 down. Okay.
Gross US, $20 million.
Okay. 21 million down.
Gross worldwide, $40 million.
4 or 40?
40.
Okay, so they made $20 million.
No, the budget was 50.
Oh, I miscounted. Well, either way.
It lost 10 million.
Yeah, this movie wasn't very good. Like I said, it's if I want to be technical, I feel like this movie is unwatchable. Because the action in this movie, in the cinematography and the editing, that stuff, it's just fucking bad. It's hard to see. My eyes hurt.
It's not good on a lot of levels.
Mm-hmm. It's filled with a lot of dumb things too, like
A lot of outdated things.
yeah, a lot of outdated sayings and phrases. They want everything is sexualized. Did you ever finish your ratio?
No, God, no. I didn't do the ratio.
Okay.
I didn't care. Weirdly enough, the movies that I do the ratio for, I seem to have like some form of caring over.
Hmm.
This one didn't even deserve it.
No care in the world.
No, dude, I watched I watched this while playing Minecraft, and I do that with a lot of movies. I'm not gonna lie,
Hmm.
but I had far more enjoyment building a tunnel
I
than I did watching this movie.
mean, I don't blame you. There's a lot of stupid stuff in this movie. Like, for instance, Simon doesn't need to be here, um, at all. The guy, like, I understand, like that's the premise of the movie, but that character does nothing for the movie. Like, it's stupid. Um, the reporter was dumb. A lot of the side characters, they literally don't even have names. That's how unneeded they are. Like humans, dude, backup geek, geek leader. Like none of them need freaking anything. We've got a lot of interesting like looking people, that's for sure. But
Man,
then
Logan Lerman had a rough couple years of movies because he
uh,
went from this to the Percy Jackson movie, first two movies, or sorry, first movie, Three Musketeers. We remember that one.
hmm.
To the next Percy Jackson movie a couple movies later. Like,
I mean, he was in The Perks of Being a Wallflower. That's not a bad movie.
yeah, but that's not stardom movies. That's like it's a good movie, but like
He was also in
from what
Fury.
I've heard,
Fury was a great movie.
yes, which took him a little bit to get there. I don't know, man. Like rewatching this for the first time in years since high school, there is very rarely a movie where I would say it is unredeemable. This one has nothing to deem for itself, though.
I'm I find two things interesting about this movie. The fight scene at the end with the dance number at the same time.
Um,
I've It's not good, but I find it interesting because
I
it
find
makes
the
no fucking
concept,
sense.
the concept of how, like the concept of the idea, which is saying something that talking about the concept of the idea,
Huh.
um, is a cool premise.
The concept of the idea is a cool premise, yes.
But that's not redeemable.
Like, yeah, but in what we see in the movie, the only things that I enjoyed were at the very end of the film. They were that scene with the dancing and the fighting, and then it was how our main character and our antagonist resolve their storylines together. Like, I like how the movie ends with those two. I don't like the resolution in the end with how the entire world ends up not ends, how it ends up changing. And then I don't like a lot of the stuff that happens in the movie because it's just a little much, I feel.
Yeah.
I also want to know who's the big guy. There he is. Ramsey Moore. Just movie
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Especially I like a lot of movies try to like state themes and messages to make great change. And this movie I feel like was trying to say something about humanity, and being an individual, and yet at the same time also talking about family and learning to trust each other. Um, but
It really tried that commentary route.
it tried to send a good message, and didn't.
Doesn't.
It doesn't. It's a fairly mediocre movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's very colorful. I do like a couple of the references that they throw in there. Like, some of the outfits are like Blade Runner, or they're from Fifth Element. But
Steven, what are they not from, though?
what are they not from?
Games.
I mean, there could be game references in there somewhere, because we're all gamers. Hey there, gamers.
Hey there, gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It still doesn't redeem anything.
No, this is a bad movie.
It's a bad movie.
Funnily enough, though, my stepmother loves this movie. Like, she doesn't like most action movies, but this is one of her guilty pleasure movies, where she's like, I'd watch this dumbass movie.
That's a rough guilty pleasure. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's on there. That's like, that's guilty pleasure levels of like Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm not gonna go as far as like Death Note. Death Note is a far worse movie. But I would put this on the same level as like a Dragon Ball Evolution if it's a guilty pleasure.
Sorry, you made me start thinking about other people were making comparisons. Like, apparently a lot of people on the internet right now, or in the past, this has died down a little bit, thought the prequel series was good again, just because they were comparing it directly to the sequel series of Star Wars. And then it became a joke that like Dragon Ball Evolutions was actually a good film, because the prequel series is actually a good series of films. Simpler times.
Oh,
one other thing I have to complain about too. Like, I said that this movie is colorful. I lied. It has scenes that are colorful. The whole rest of the movie is gray.
You want to see those scenes done in a way that's far more interesting?
Sure. How would I do that?
Watch Dread.
Dread, yes.
If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Love me some Dread.
God, how we've not reviewed that yet?
I don't know. I think I put it on the list at one point, and then we switched movies. Yeah. I almost feel like we have done Dread. Can't remember.
We would know if we've reviewed Dread.
I can always.
That'd be on there like Mad Max.
Let's see. I can honestly just go check by seeing which done. Quick and simple. If my computer can keep up.
I was gonna say, there's a little buffer there.
Nope. I do not see a Dread.
All right. Add that to that list.
Yeah, that's going on our new list. Movies that we have to see at some point. Or want to see at some point. But, yeah. I find a lot of stuff in this movie fairly dumb. There are interesting moments, but a lot of it is over the top and unneeded.
And plainly stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna give you your popcorn kernels. Unless you got something else you want to say.
I got nothing else to say. I'm giving this a 2.
2. Nice.
Just down there.
Yeah. So let's say I'm giving this one a 3. Yeah.
Putting it at 2.5.
That's this movie. The greatest movie that ever graced the screens. Had anything to do with... No, let's throw it in the video game. I'm just kidding. It doesn't count.
Oh, do we?
No.
Steven.
Because it's not really a video game movie. It's a
movie
what are the about video games.
Well...
And it's not even that. It's just a game itself. Like, I wouldn't put Saw in there because Saw's a game.
Fair. I guess we have to ask the question about the next one then.
I wasn't gonna put it in there either.
Damn. Because I would have put that in the top
I know you would
of the
have.
list area.
I don't. After watching this movie too, man, you're a fanboy.
What do you mean? I genuinely really enjoyed this movie.
I know.
Hold on.
We're moving on to Free Guy, but it's a funny movie. I'll be honest. I enjoyed it. It was funny. There's a lot of fan service stuff in here, and there's even stuff that like they put in the earlier parts of the movie that don't matter later on. At least one part specifically that I'm thinking. But
Can you give me a hint?
I can't in spoilers.
Oh.
I mean, the scene that doesn't matter, but like it's an interesting scene that I enjoyed was the coffee scene, the coffee shop.
Oh, okay. Got
That
it.
ultimately has nothing to do with the movie at all. It's just a scene that's entertaining, just to be entertaining in the context.
I know it still matters.
Barely. Like, so for this movie, for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, basically, the moral of the story is, even you, a random background character, can change the world. You have your own. You can change anything really if you put your mind to it. You have the ability to live a life. You're being free. You don't have to stick to this one specific path.
I didn't necessarily get that. I got more that like I got different stuff from it, but I just thought this was just a fun movie.
It definitely is fun.
I didn't really think there was much of a moral thing to it outside, because I think they made fun of also like some moral stuff. I felt a couple of jabs my direction, and I was fine with it. Like there's one joke in this movie that I did not see coming. When it happened, my ass was the only one who laughed in the theaters. And it's the list of things. How often do your banks get robbed there? That moment.
Oh yeah, when he's
The third one.
Yeah, I was like, "There's no way they're gonna gloss over all of this, are they?" Yeah,
that third
funny.
one. I'm the only one who.
That's. I mean,
had
it's
the small
true too.
I had a small little. Because I couldn't stop. I was just it hit me on my personal level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am very vocal about these things.
I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff. Absolutely.
I also I think Ryan Reynolds is arguably one of the most charismatic individuals on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, which he helped produce, that has come out this last weekend on August 13th, 2021, with a gross US and Canada opening weekend so far 28 million, and worldwide at 50 million. That's not a terrible opening weekend in the world we live in currently, as people are lesser more or less scared to go to theaters right now again, potentially.
Mm-hmm. I got sick the last time I went to the theaters. But look at me now. Hopefully not getting sick again.
And it wasn't even like the thing people are concerned about getting sick from.
No, I just caught like a regular ass flu. Should have got my flu shot. I got my COVID vaccine, but not my damn flu shot.
What we learned.
More drugs are better drugs.
Yeah, goddamn right. Anyways,
Drugs are good, okay?
I admired this movie because I admired the world they set up. I admired the story they told. sure, there's some like, oh, you can do whatever you want to kind of thing, but I didn't necessarily get that as the main thing. I got more of the like that like little moments can impact your world more than other people might realize.
Mm-hmm. I kind
Which
of
I guess currently for me hits different
well, I mean, the way I
recently.
more think about this movie, if I is Guy is Peter Parker. Anybody could have been Peter Parker. Anybody could have been Guy. Um, and every decision you make in that moment is important. And um, you could be the insignificant background person in the world, like everybody else, or you could do small things to make it better for everybody.
Well, not even just that, like also like you could be Peter Parker in the sense that like you might be doing the same thing day in day out for a while, but then there's that one moment where something maybe happens and it sparks something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sparks either like maybe it sparks a creative muscle or something like that. Because also the other thing I do praise this movie for being,
Hmm.
and I know you might not like these, but this is an original concept.
For the most part, yeah.
Um, I know you're a
Yeah,
huge non-fan of original
yeah, I
concepts.
hate original IPs, sequels and prequels, and rehashes of the same ideas are obviously my favorite. uh, I really like this movie. Like I put it on the list because one, Ryan fucking Reynolds, like he's hilarious. He's the what carries this movie 100%, and two, it was an original idea for the most part. Like there's a lot of like a lot of fan service, especially even like it's even down to like the sound cues that they use,
Oh
which
my god, dude! The moment, you know what moment for
yes,
me was like,
I sat there and I was like,
I
that's why
didn't.
Dev loved this movie.
That's not why I love this movie. I loved everything around that moment. Like I loved this movie before that moment.
I mean, don't get
But
me.
that was like that was like getting a nice like you know what I mean? There's a perfect vanilla ice cream out there, okay,
Mhm.
that you love. Okay?
Tillamook.
That is perfect vanilla ice cream. Okay. Good pick. Um you got a bowl of that. You've got perfect Hershey's dark chocolate syrup if you prefer dark chocolate. If not, milk chocolate, you're weird. Okay.
Yeah, dark chocolate's
Um
better.
Yes. Um, and that moment was the cool whip on everything.
Mhm.
And the end of the movie is a cherry.
Cherry
Okay.
on top.
But that moment, dude, I didn't see coming. I saw it like happen. And I went like I saw the start of the scene. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's like it looks very similar to it, but it's probably not the. And then it panned, and I went, oh fuck. I know this wasn't in the original cut of this movie. This is a post Fox thing that has happened.
Mhm.
And I'm okay with it because there's a couple moments. There's some great weapon calls too. Which I'll get into the spoilers. I know of uh three major um guns from different video games.
Mhm.
Um
I
plus
mean,
a few different other weapons.
yeah,
Um
there's a lot of Easter eggs in this movie. I was a little disappointed actually though, in the lack of one Easter egg. At least one I didn't see
is
one.
it a holy hand grenade?
No, I mean that would have been funny. I wanted to see, or at least a more obvious Matrix reference.
That would have been good. That would have been good. Okay.
Mhm. Like they have so many other good references, especially a lot of them video game related. But
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I want. Part of me wants to put it on the list because it like this movie understands gaming. Because like, also, holy shit,
the
as this
cameos.
the cameos, dude. I was like, I knew like one of the people who was gonna be in this. I didn't realize that the list of like
Everybody that was on there.
and people from this world,
Yeah.
hi Twitch,
Yeah, hi.
like on that. I didn't expect that list.
It was
Twitch
a lot
YouTube
of
world.
fun.
That was one of those moments where I'm like, huh, that's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, and
Because it's also one of those moments of feeling like, hey, this shit's real.
especially I love it because it wasn't just one take. It wasn't just one moment where a lot of movies would have done that. They would have taken our popular famous streamer, have them say one line, and then that's that. Just to be like, "Ha, they were in the movie, come buy tickets." But they do more than that. They're a constant thing that is constantly brought back up. So I at least enjoy that more. The reason why I don't enjoy it is they replace news position.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna bring it up.
Yeah, it's not news position. It's streamer's position.
It's cool in the news position because it's newer, Steven.
Yeah, it's newer. It's much newer.
And I will say, it wasn't like as bad as news position in the sense of how much. It was just it was to like most of the time when that would happen, it was just to show a passage of time. Without us getting like without us just getting like a music montage. Which I'm okay with doing it that way.
It's a clever and fun way to do it. It's a stylistic choice. Sure.
Yes.
Speaking of
the jokes in this one also land for me quite a bit.
Oh yeah. The only jokes that I felt didn't land for me would be like the coffee joke when he first gets his coffee. But then again, it doesn't really land for the person he's telling it to either. So
I think that's part of it, right? That has to be.
So I do like a lot of jokes. I freaking love. I use the GIF for my tweet. The freaking cops, just the characters. They're both.
My
perfect.
God, those two. All right. Joe Keery, Keys, and Utkarish, Bakura.
I'm gonna say
as Mouser?
Utkarsh Ambudkar.
Those two have such great chemistry with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I want them in more things together. Because they are funny together. They straight up like they start to their moment together during that was just good. Also, like Little Rel Howry and Ryan Reynolds, also great friend chemistry.
So I'm gonna sound really ignorant here, but I don't know who the fuck Little Rel Howry is. Like,
Steven, he's been in so many movies we've watched.
He's been in so many movies that we've watched, yes. But I'm like, who was he before he was in these movies? Like, what made him the choice to be the supporting side character with such high charisma that made him famous? Like, and we see him so much now.
I think it's great. He's funny. I genuinely. So where is it? Where is the movie that? Where are some of the movies that I know him from?
We've seen him.
So we've seen him in Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the next one?
We saw Bird Box on the
Bird Box. Yes.
Seen Free Guy. There's Space
Free
Jam
Guy.
from
Space Jam.
Judas and Black Messiah.
Yep. Let's see.
Angry Birds 2.
He was in that. So he's been in like a lot of the movies we've reviewed. Like it's great. Like if there was anyone that I would love to have as a guest on this show.
Just to hear him go, man, that was crazy.
No, just to have him on the show and talk about like, because he is so like, he's got so much charisma about stuff that I would love to have him on the show and just talk about a random movie with him. Because I think that'd be great. He's on that list of people that I wouldn't want on the show just because like their stardom, you know what I mean? It'd be more like they are just genuinely someone who I think would be fun in any environment.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I get you. I hear you. One of my favorite characters in this movie was, oddly enough, Channing Tatum.
Oh my god. Did not expect that.
Yeah, he was great. I loved what was going on there. Taika Waititi, when I saw him, I was like, no fucking way.
Oh, did you not know he was in this?
No. I just knew
That's
Ryan
the whole reason
Reynolds
why
was in
there
this.
was. That was the whole reason why the one of the trailers for this movie was a trailer breakdown by Deadpool and Korg.
Yeah.
Is because of which again, great fucking marketing for this movie, you bastards over at Disney.
Mm-hmm. There's some great, like, it was weird walking into this movie and seeing 20th Century Studios, not 20th Century Fox Studios. So I was like, okay, so I kind of know the kind of mood, like the tone we're aiming for. But then we got so many different not Marvel references, so many different references that are clearly owned by Disney, and I was like, wow, this is different for me. Like
I mean, if you own the properties that you can reference, like in a movie that like this is a movie that needs some references in it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not do it?
Why not do it? Indeed, it was good. It was really good. I enjoyed this movie a lot. It was fun. It was visually entertaining the whole time. Very charismatic. All of our actors were.
Yes.
Like
Jodie Comer is great as well. Like
mm-hmm.
she killed it as well. Like man, there's no weak link in this cast because like everyone who like even the side characters
Mm-hmm.
are fantastic. Barista, great.
I liked Hostage. He was funny.
Hostage was good. Bombshell was also pretty funny. That whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
Officer Johnny.
Yeah.
Officer Johnny.
Even on the ground. Hey, guy. This is good. This is funny. I enjoyed this movie a lot. It was fun to watch. It was dumb for sure too. There are a handful of things that are dumb in this movie that I can and will critique. But it was still enjoyable, 100%. This is fun, entertaining popcorn flick. Watch this movie for sure. But I also felt like it had a good message, like I said.
Yeah.
I thought it could have been very inspirational, depending on how you see the movie.
How you went to look into it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's probably there for me too if I like looked at it that way, but I went into it and I just had fun with it and I just enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was a joy.
It was a joy. It was a freeing experience.
So I guess, are we ready for kernels? Popcorn kernels?
I'm ready for popcorn kernels. I'm going to give you your popcorn kernels.
For me, this isn't a kids movie, right? No, okay.
No.
For me, I'm giving this movie a nice, solid 8.
Oh, you beat my prediction.
I was gonna do 7.5. Yeah.
I knew it, damn it. So my gut was right,
but then I said solid. Yeah, I said solid. It's like 7.5 isn't solid.
That's where I went. Ooh, he said solid, so he's gonna think 7.5. But then he's gonna have to decide if he's gonna round down or up because he's made that comment already. I'm doing a 9 because again, I just genuinely really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
So I had a fucking hoot.
It was a hootenanny.
Yes, 100%.
All right, so we ready to hit the spoiler button?
Let's get ready to
All right. Before we get into it, anybody want spoiler? I'm just kidding. Go for it. Hit me.
My God, nothing in my life prepared me for a moment of seeing Ryan Reynolds with his glasses scroll through things, see a shield. I'm like, oh, it's a shield
no.
with a store. That's great. That'll be really funny.
Ting.
Ting.
Oh,
And
it's
we
the
go,
fucking.
oh, that looks like Captain America's shield. And then,
it
cuts
was.
to Chris fucking Evans going, the fuck?
Yeah.
And then the Avengers theme play as it pans to the shield being Captain America's shield
It was the
to
best.
block a death blow, and then him pull back and have a Hulk smash charged up.
So he goes full Marvel, and then immediately
then...
goes into Star Wars. Like, I could tell before they even, like, he took a step back, and then the framing came in, and I was like, no fucking way! It was like, oh no! I love it.
The classic, a gaming icon.
The Fortnite pickaxe.
Fucking, not just that, the gravity gun.
Oh yeah, the gravity gun from freaking Half-Life.
Half-Life, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a gamer.
Followed by a different look, but a portal gun. Also the Buster Cannon's in here.
Yes, the Mega Man Buster Cannon. There's
that
the portal
was
gun.
Great.
Let's see, what else was there? There's more. A lot of references in this movie.
Those are the main ones that stick out to me, at least.
There was the Halo tank.
Oh yeah, Scorpion's in this.
The Scorpion tank. Let's see. What else?
There's also just so much gaming culture just in this movie. From like, one of my favorite background things was seeing a dude doing this just in the background.
Just trying to learn the mechanics and shit. Yes.
Like, fantastic.
Oh. Yeah, I always love freaking Chris Evans. That was funny. We got a lot of voice cameos in this movie too. It doesn't say it much on the IMDb, but we got a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson cameo in the voice segment. He was, if I remember right, I can't remember which Masked Man he was. He was either the one who robs the bank and loses his sunglasses, or he was the one that gets shot for handing over the information about the video clip and asking questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I know both of those were voice cameos. I just can't remember which character they were for, or which actor they were.
That's great.
See. More that I saw, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So I'm curious now. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Why can't I remember?
I don't know.
Think.
Also, I just love the gamer lines. Like how much, like, because they explain gamer culture in a way that makes sense. It explains gaming culture, the good and the bad, in such a better way than what fucking Gamer was trying to do. Like, Gamer was definitely made in 09. Because it tries to be edgy while explaining that, like, this world commentary shit while also gamer culture shit.
Yeah, but the gamer culture shit was bad. Yeah.
This one, there's a line where, like, Ryan Reynolds is gonna repeat, like, some troll's lines. And Millie's like, no, don't repeat what the trolls say.
Trolls? What are Olds.
Like, it explains shit like that in a way that makes sense because Free Guy isn't gonna know what that is.
Yeah, he's a gaming virgin.
Yes. Oh god, and then like there's just some good fucking shit in this movie.
I loved the appearance of like Jacksepticeye, Pokimane, Ninja.
There's a lot. There's some that I don't know super well.
They even had people who are dead. Alex Trebek was in this movie.
Dude, that hit different. I saw that and I was like, oh shit. God damn, Alex Trebek.
Yeah. We do have, like we said earlier, we have Chris Evans as a line in there, has a line in the movie as a cutaway moment. There's also the reporter guy, the guy who sits at the desk. He used to be the former IGN editor in chief. So
okay.
So he used to be a head of gaming reporting. So I thought that was awesome. There's a lot of good stuff.
God, if part of me like if this was based off of something I don't know if we would enjoy it as much. But part of me wishes it was so we could put it on that list because like this one understands video games and people who enjoy video games and why. Because like it makes fun of the mega corps who just make the same games over and over again. I mean, there are companies. The game that this is based off of, the company that makes them, like Rockstar has a tendency to make really good sequels. So it's a weird one to be like, oh, but like another GTA would be great.
Yeah, they got their cash cow. They don't need anything else.
Yeah, but they want to make a new GTA. That's the problem.
Let's see. What? Can't remember. I'm really bad at this episode. Getting what I was about to say.
That's all right. It happens.
Like the references are fun. Like I said. Oh, I remember. So this movie has me thinking about possible spin-offs and cameos and sequels and stuff for this movie. And one that I would love to see is their take on like a Terminator movie with Free Guy as the lead AI that decides that humanity's not worth saving anymore. They keep it alive, so he causes Judgment Day.
Wow, that got dark fast, even.
A little bit. But in a funny, quirky way, you know? Like, he'd release a virus that would turn everybody into Free Guy. Just blue shirt guy. Everyone.
Huh. I don't know if that's a good sequel, Steven. I don't know.
It'd be playing at Deadpool. But with Ryan Reynolds as Guy.
Hey, this movie, he's not Deadpool at least. Okay. Sure. He's less Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, which I give him credit for.
Which we did see that movie poster in the movie, by the way. It's in the background of one of
yeah. Which it should be. We should be reminded of him doing that.
Oh, I just remembered. There is technically a Matrix reference in this movie, but not the one I kind of wanted. I wanted maybe like the players log off by getting into a cell phone or like a phone booth, and then it logs them off or something. We got the reference that we got was them riding through a window on a motorcycle.
True.
That is something that happens in the Matrix. So I can't be mad about that. Technically. If I go to IMDb.
Is that a Glock in your pocket?
Dude. That was hilarious.
Also, I gotta say, I know it's sappy, but like Millie and Keys together at the end, kind of like I went, oh, that's great.
It was adorable, yeah. I mean, because they bring it up throughout the movie. Are you no. But It was cute. All the little subtle references. All the end.
And then like guy being like saying the line, someone had to write this, like in the way that Keys talks about it,
Mm-hmm.
like verbatim, and then her going, "Wait, hold the fuck up."
Yeah, hang on. I know who says that. I'll be honest though. I kind of wanted a moment where fucking there's two scenes one right after the other where we have our character standing in the middle of a road, and I wanted to be the dark guy to have like I know what wasn't gonna happen with Keys and Millie. They definitely.
I was so afraid it was.
I was
I'm
too.
not gonna lie.
I was too.
I was like, please don't do that movie. Please don't do what I think you're gonna like. What my brain's jumping to. Because
please don't run them over.
We've seen Guy get run over enough times.
Exactly. And I was expecting it in one of the two scenes, and then neither of them had it. And I was like, oh, all right.
Subversion.
I still kind of wanted it, though. Like, I would have loved to have seen. So what do we do now? Gets run over.
Yeah, but it's a peaceful world now. Which, that game would be cool. It's essentially like super intelligent Sims.
Yeah. Advanced AI Sims. And that's why Guy would get angry in the second movie. He's tired of being locked in a virtual reality zoo.
But they're happy in their world.
For now. And then they'll find out it's a perfect prison, and then we'll actually be in the Matrix.
Let us have a nice thing. Let us have a nice thing.
Fine, we can have this one nice thing. Sorry I keep like looking down and stuff. I broke my hair clip and I really want to fix this because this is my favorite hair clip.
Oh.
Don't be broken. It's broken. Either way. I just enjoyed this movie a lot. That end montage too, when the character dude. Like, I saw the trailer where the face swap happens with dude sitting there with Ryan Reynolds' face, all super buff and muscular, talking about the movie. So I wasn't actually expecting to see that in the film. I thought it was just another one of those clever advertising moments where they used Korg and Deadpool to advertise the movie. But it was actually a character in the film who's just a better, bigger, stronger. And then he has you're I'm your buddy too. It just
Bam!
yeah.
His hands are so his punch is so strong, but his hands are so soft.
Yeah.
Great line delivery on that. And that dude, I loved that glasses moment. Like, guy, catch, scrolling.
Yeah. Oh, pretty lights, follow the pretty colors. And he's like skipping down the road.
Definitely not a dancer.
That was, it was funny. I also liked seeing the stuff scrolling through their inventories. Like, we know we got to see the cool weapons that guy had. Not all of them, just some. But the jock, the one that he ends up on, was fucking whey protein powder.
Yes! Yes! It was whey protein powder. I'm like, yes! What else would it be?
I know, right? It just, whey protein.
I can't wait to buy this and rewatch those scroll scenes and see what else is in those inventories.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be a fun movie to like go back and see later on, and like actually watch through for the minor details. Look at all the fun cameo and fun weapon stuff that they throw in there.
Yes, 100%. That's gonna be one of my favorite things. I'm hoping there's some more Nintendo references through it, because that's the one thing that this movie kind of lacked.
Yeah, I could see that.
There was no Pokeballs, no flowers, no mushrooms.
it's funny because looking up here, on IMDb, they have a references page, and it says that the references in this movie are Fortnite, Deadpool, The Croods, The Avengers, Elf, The Venture Bros, Grand Theft Auto, The Matrix, Toonami game reviews back from 1998, The Truman Show, Tomb Raider, Rain Man, the 1988 movie Rain Man, They Live from 1988, Back to the Future, The Terminator, Jeopardy, Hubert. I mean, Jeopardy makes sense. Hubert, E.T., The Extraterrestrial, The Greatest American Hero from 1981, and then Star Wars Episode 6. Or Episode 4, sorry. A New Hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all the references, apparently.
So that is one thing I missed. I wish there would have been more Marvel or more Nintendo, you know.
Mm-hmm. More anything. Like, yeah. Just I could have dealt with more references. That's part of the reason why I liked Ready Player One. It's not a good movie, but I liked all the details and references that they had in that movie.
I would say this is better video game movie though.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Especially once after I read the original book and then read the sequel book, Ready Player 2. Ernest Cline doesn't know shit about gaming. He's a pretend. He's a noob for sure.
You hear that? Where's goddamn? I hate this. Matt Lieberman, Zach Penn. You guys know gaming.
Yeah, Matt Lieberman.
Oh, Matt Lieberman's the one who did the fucking goddamn Christmas Chronicles.
I was about to say that's a name that we've seen before many times. Christmas Chronicles, Free Guy. What else is?
Addams Family and Scoob.
Okay,
Zach Penn has worked on a lot. He's actually a screenplay.
He actually did
Ready Player One.
That's funny. Makes sense because a lot of the stuff in this movie, was definitely done better than in Ready Player One. Though he also worked on a lot of references. He worked on the Avengers. He worked in the Incredible Hulk.
Worked in the X-Men movies. Oh, dude, sweet. What if in one of the scroll wheels there's Wolverine claws?
There probably is, honestly. I mean, he even did Inspector Gadget, so there's probably like a Go-Go Gadget something somewhere.
What if
Elektra, Fantastic Four.
What if there's hints at some of the next Marvel movies in this?
There really could be. There could be a Shang-Chi reference in here somewhere. Or an Eternals reference. Or a freaking Deadpool 3 reference.
Oh, that'd be great. Deadpool 3 reference would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. We don't even know what it would be, and then suddenly it shows up, and you're like, oh my god!
All right.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think I have much else to talk about when it comes to Free Guy here.
Then should I hit the button?
Yep, yeah, go ahead and hit the button. You're getting better, but it's still kind of like anticlimactic at times. It's just like, God, this is a little slow.
Oh, I can do it faster.
Better. I like that better.
It's just there's supposed to be just a slight break between letters.
Okay. So, let's talk about so there's a handful of things that we can talk about. I'm going to start with the stuff that we posted on our in our little group chat. Starting with, I'm gonna not start with the Disney stuff. Let's start with AMC and Warner Brothers. With that bit of news there, where they have decided to come together and come up with a new deal, a great new deal for movies. Which the ultimate idea here is, they're no longer going to do same day releases anymore. They're going to give it 45 days of theatrical release time only. That way, people still go to the theaters and raise revenue for the theaters. And then 45 days later, you could see it on HBO Max.
I figured that's where this would go eventually.
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, we'll probably see this come up again not very long from now, maybe a few years in the future, where people will be like, you know what, we could just see it at home. I preferred that. And eventually we'll get to a point where we will actually just stop having theaters, probably, which is kind of sad. But convenience is what rules the world right now.
True.
And
well, I also saw James Gunn talk about streaming.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
He talked about how people are worried that like the legacy of movies isn't gonna survive streaming. And he pointed out that like movies legacies are made on TV.
How they their runtime on national television?
Yes.
I mean, I can see that. If they're not syndicated, then they're not getting out to the rest of the world. Syndication something different, but still, I can see that. Yeah. I mean, I don't. It's kind of weird. Like, I can see both sides. Where I honestly feel like, as much as I'd hate to see it, I feel like a lot of theaters will shut down though. Only for something better though. It won't be like a movie theater anymore. It'll be like a stadium theater, and instead of it being a flat screen, it's going to be 3D projected onto a giant football field. So you're actually 3D visualizing the movie in front of you.
I don't think movie theaters are going to go away. I think that it is a medium that will still exist. I think what would work is, but I don't know if we need as many. I don't know if we need to go to the theaters for every single movie though, because like movies like what's the one that came out that we didn't get to see yet?
Old?
No, but within the same wheelhouse. Midsummer. That one thrives on streaming.
I mean, a lot of horror movies do better, I feel, on streaming services than they do on television, only because not everyone's interested in just a surprise horror film. Like,
well,
no,
I'm also more saying like the indie pieces like that have a better chance to like, depending on the deals that they have set up, to succeed.
Okay.
Because they're like streaming services like have add vitality to like a movie in a way, because like you're looking for something to watch. You saw a trailer for this and you're like, oh, that looked interesting, let's watch it, it's on here.
Like, I don't really have anything against that. Like, you're not wrong, I don't feel.
No, that's what I feel like.
Yeah. Wrong. I don't know. Let's move on though, for now at least. Let's talk about our next bit of news. Let's talk about the Emily Blunt news that you posted.
Yes.
Emily
Goody.
Blunt. Yeah, Emily Blunt to try and put a good spin on the first female Pinkerton detective for Amazon.
The Pinkertons aren't good.
First female officer of the infamous union busting agency. Yeah, it's a movie about a bad lady doing bad things. It's the Joker. It's Cruella. This is a movie that shows that capitalism is good, okay?
Can we not review this one when it comes out?
Is that what you wanted to talk about? Not reviewing this one?
There's not much to say other than, like, this is a bad look. This is a bad look. They're union busters. They're also the reason why Arthur Morgan has a really rough life.
Hmm.
Like, they're not, Pinkertons are not, like, good cops.
No.
They're part of the reason why we have bad cops.
But she's playing the character of Kate Warren, who would be considered, according to this, according to the movie's log line, that she's a female Sherlock Holmes.
I'm not denying that.
But no, I definitely kind of agree with you. She's probably she probably wanted an interesting role, and that's exactly what this is. It's probably going to be an interesting role, an interesting character at least, but it's definitely not a good character. Like that, it's definitely not a role someone would take if they wanted to be like, I'm trying to be a good example of a female role model. And in a way, some people could say that she was a great example of a female role model because she didn't take shit from nobody and she got shit done. But
Real girl boss shit.
yeah, she's still like
Still fucking Pinkerton.
yeah. Yeah, there's that news. Then the last bit of news that I had that we had planned is let's talk about Disney and how they are apparently completely cutting ties with Scarlett Johansson now that she's sued them. Which, really think about it, kind of childish. You're one of the biggest media companies in the world, and you're gonna completely be like, no, you don't play fair. I'm leaving because you didn't play fair.
It's the same shit with Sony and Disney when they did their shit before too.
So she is going to be completely cut out of any Marvel or any DC property that she was going to be in
Marvel.
the future.
You sure?
Disney.
Oh, you said DC.
I meant to say Disney.
Okay. I mean,
like apparently she was going to be in a Tower of Terror movie, but that's been canceled at this point.
they're just gonna hire someone new for it.
Yeah, probably reshoot it like they did for what they did in Army of the Dead with.
Have they even shot the Tower of Terror?
I don't know. I did not know.
I didn't think that was done yet.
It just says here we can count on the it says here in the article, based off of what Disney has said, that we can count on this meeting that Disney intends to not move forward with the project they publicly announced as Tower of Terror.
They're just gonna rework it.
I think I agree with that. They'll probably just end up picking another female actress to take her part up until they get enough scrutiny to allow her to start working with them again, like they did with James Gunn.
Yeah. We'll see how this works out. It's still just a developing situation overall.
Yeah. But other news are developing around her. Like she is going to be working. Oh, ad popping up. Here we go. She's going to be working with Wes Anderson now for his next film.
Oh, okay.
So, ooh, I'm not entirely sure what his next film is going to be, but according to this article here by Variety.com, she joins an ensemble already boasts previous Anderson veterans such as Adrian Brody, Jason Schwartzman, Tilda Swinton, and Bill Murray, as well as a couple of newbies such as Margot Robbie and Tom Hanks, to Anderson's World. He's never really worked with them, so yeah, be working with. Yeah. Don't be a dick, Disney. Eat a dick, Disney. How about that? Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other news that I saw here. There's talks of like the different ending that this movie that Free Guy had before Disney bought Fox. There's talks of Hotel Transylvania 4 being sold to Amazon because the whatever company that made Hotel Transylvania just wants money. Sony wants to raise money, so they're selling Hotel Transylvania to Amazon so they can distribute it instead.
I mean, is Sony in a pinch?
I don't think so. They're an electronics company, but their media side hasn't been doing very well, I don't think.
Huh. Well, hopefully Let There Be Carnage is going to be such a great movie that makes tons of money.
Saw the trailer for that today. Kinda. I more or less closed my eyes through it. But
doesn't it sound great?
it sounds great. I literally I don't know what happened, but I'm led to believe that the guy that becomes Carnage never had a symbiote until he bites Tom Hardy. And then suddenly he's like, oh, I'm a symbiote. Blah, 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 blah.
That's a red one.
But it's a red one, yes. I heard that, and I was like, are you what?
That's the thing in the comics. The red ones are meaner. It's comic accurate. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Comics got a comic. Comics are dumb sometimes.
Doesn't mean Venom's afraid of Carnage, though.
Mm-hmm.
Venom will literally, like... Venom likes beating the shit out of Carnage, actually. Because he's his son, and that's what the symbiotes do.
Okay.
Venom has a lot of children.
I was about to say, son, you say?
Yes.
Okay. What was it? Another... It's just, that seems like... That seems like it's gonna be such a dumb movie. It's gonna be super dark. I mean, it was dark because my eyes were closed, but
there wasn't much light coming off the screen, was there?
Not really, no.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
I'm looking
totally
forward
fine.
to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
I haven't really got much else here to talk about.
I ain't got nothing.
Apparently, some people are excited for future Adam Sandler movies that are coming out. But I'm not excited for that. Oh, I actually am. Stupid, like, redneck Steven here is really excited for Jackass 4. Saw the trailer for that. I actually sat and watched that trailer because I was like, there's no plot development in this movie. I'm going to watch it.
Review that.
No, I'm going to watch it in my free time. There's nothing to review when it comes to that kind of movie. Just an hour and a half of people doing dumb things to each other.
Pretty much.
And I'm totally fine with that. I will watch that. It's gonna happen. Yeah, I haven't got much else. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I got nothing else.
All right. So then I guess we're done here, everybody. Go watch Free Guy. It's a good movie.
Go watch Free Guy. Yeah. Like my tweet said.
Go to the theaters. Don't be it.
If you... No. If you feel safe enough and you're vaxxed.
That's right. Get vaccinated, everybody.
Oh, next week's movies.
I guess we could talk about those. So Dev's not going to be here next week. And I have a special guest that goes by the name of Just Want a Dragon. So we'll be talking about Music Man and Singing in the Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look surprised there for a second.
No, I'm just looking over at the list real quick.
Yeah. Music Man and Singing in the Rain. I don't know which one we're going to spoil just yet. I'll probably talk to Dragon about it a little bit later. But I'm excited. It's going to be an interesting episode, that's for sure. Everyone be nice to Dragon. Dragon won't be nice to you, but I want you to be nice to Dragon. Yeah. We'll see you all later. But until then, bye.
Yes, because we're singing in the rain. Yes, we're singing in the rain.